We want to show you pictures from Birbhum where let's first listen what's happening
এরা বলতে তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস আর এরা বলতে কি বোঝায় যে ছেলেটি এজেন্ট তাকে বাড়িতে তার বাবাকে ধমকি দিয়ে তাকে দৌড় করিয়ে বারাবণী রেল স্টেশনের কাছে দাঁড় করে রেখেছিল আর পাবলিক কি বলছে আপনারা তো শুনলেন
কি কেস
Subir Bhaumik joins us from Kolkata. I couldn't entirely follow what the argument is about, but it seems as if there are unauthorized people inside the polling booth. That's one problem. He's also alleging that his voters are not being allowed to vote. Give us some perspective, Mr. Bhaumik.
Actually, Babul is trying to bring out certain aspects of Bengal's politics which we are already aware of. You talk of central forces, deployment, non-deployment of central force. Central force is very important. If they are deployed, then there is a sense of security in the booths. But what happens in the villages? Central forces cannot be, carpet deployed, as I would say. So in the villages, whoever has muscles can actually call the shots. I mean, there are instances where, goons of supporting a particular political party can go and tell voters that they know belong to the other side. That you don't have to go and vote, uncle, we will vote for you, why go out in the sun and stuff like that. Very veiled threat and not so subtle sort of implications that you don't have to go out and vote. So this use of muscle is familiar. Let me bring out two other aspects of Bengal's politics in this election. You have been showing Bombay and star power for quite a while. In Bengal, the star power is totally with Mamata Banerjee. There are five sort of actors and actresses from Tollywood who are Trinamool Congress candidates. Two of them are in their constituencies are going to vote today. In Asansol, Munmun Sen. In Birbhum, you have Shatabdi Rai. They are, of course, stars of the yesteryear. But two leading heroines of, Bengali cinema, Mimi Chakraborty and Nusrat Jahan, they are in the contest. And, of course, the leading hero of Bengali cinema, Dev Adhikari, he is also in the contest in these elections. So 5 stars. Now, this is something new to Bengal politics. This is something Mamata Banerjee has brought in here. We never saw, important film stars getting into elections in the days of the CPIM heydays, in the days of left rule. Mamata Banerjee has brought, a certain amount of star power.
सवेरे से अच्छा से वोट करा बीजेपी का कोई पोलिंग एजेंट नहीं आया बाबुल सुप्रियो झूठ बोल रहे हैं यहाँ बीजेपी का सुबह से कोई पोलिंग एजेंट यहाँ पर नहीं हुआ यहाँ सुबह से वोट
लेकिन आप क्या तृणमूल के सपोर्टर हैं?
हाँ
आप क्या है आपका नाम क्या है?
सुशोभन मित्र।
तो आप कौन है?
हम यहाँ पोलिंग एजेंट था टीएमसी का
है तो अभी तो आप लोग गाड़ी रोक रहे हैं उनका मैंने देखा कि उनका कांच भी तोड़ दिया गया है
कुछ नहीं तोड़ा कांच का आप दिखाइए एक गाड़ी का कांच कहाँ टूटा झूठ मत बोलिए एक गाड़ी कहाँ कांच
पीछे वाला कांच देखिए
कुछ कांच नहीं
तोड़ा उसका पार्टी लोग
उसको पार्टी देखिए क्या किया
तोड़ा है बीजेपी पार्टी लोग
छोटा बच्चा लोग के ऊपर मारा लाठी चार्ज किया सुशोभन मित्र मेरा नाम है
बीजेपी पार्टी लोग
Okay, I want to go across to Indrajit Kundu, try and put this in perspective. All kinds of charges flying around. We're not certain of who's levelling the charge against whom. Everyone's blaming the other. What's happening in Asansol and elsewhere in West Bengal?
Well, absolutely, highly fractured, political environment here in Asansol. We knew, this was on the offing, and that's precisely the reason why 100% of the polling booths in Asansol and in Birbhum have deployment of central armed police force. But clearly, as you can see, Babul Supriyo there entering the polling booth, agitated, having an agitated conversation with the polling personnel. What the Trinamool guys are telling, as we can hear, that there was no the Trinamool agent there but counter allegation from the BJP. So clearly, it's going to be a tooth and nail battle as far as Asansol is concerned. As we have been saying, there is some amount of factional clash within the Trinamool Congress also. In order to overcome that, Mamata Banerjee has put in the star power of Munmun Sen. And the Trinamool this time around clearly believes that it can win the seat. There is a lot of effort that has been pumped in by the Asansol Municipal Corporation Chairman, Jitendra Tiwari, who is a local strongman there. Babul Supriyo does face a very, very tough fight, make no mistake, because a lot of Trinamool people believe that last elections Babul Supriyo was able to sneak through because of the factional feud in the Trinamool Congress.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, Babul Supriyo running around trying to ensure that he can get his voters to come out and cast their vote. It's all a bit unruly. We're seeing some fisticuffs as well. We see the local security police officials pushing, shoving. Indrajit, the last time we saw some of this was when Andhra Pradesh went to polls in the first phase. After that, now we're seeing these pitched, violent battles play themselves out at West Bengal in Asansol. So these are pictures from Asansol. You see Babul Supriyo, the BJP candidate there. He's up against Munmun Sen. Both are supposed to be, stars and performers. You don't associate this kind of violence with the personalities of Munmun Sen and with what we'd known of Babul in his previous avatar.
Well, not these candidates, Rahul, but we do know what to associate with Mamata Banerjee. And I think, we have a 7-phase election. The election commission could just have made better arrangements because, what we are seeing out here, we knew that Mamata and the BJP are going to be doing something like this in West Bengal because it's a very, very closely contested election. So why are they in a 7-phase poll? Why are these scenes we are witnessing? We saw that, that crude bomb. We've seen other things. So I don't quite understand, why this is happening in West Bengal today.
Rahul Srivastav, lots of scurrying, running around, lots of charges, counter charges, and in this very volatile mix, you're not 100% certain about whose charge is correct and whose is not. You have to be very careful and guarded when you form an opinion.
Rahul, this is happening largely because over the last 4 or 5 years, the TMC and the BJP have built up a battle which is extremely vitriolic and violent. Just last year, we had riots in Asansol, and Trinamool and Congress, Trinamool and BJP cadres are locked in such a battle now that they don't want to give in an inch. What is interesting, Rahul, I was speaking to some election commission officials that they are facing a lot of problems as far as the EVMs, as far as the handling of the EVMs in the mornings are concerned. The transportation and other things, because the EVMs are handed over to the state administration, the CEO, that is the election officer or the returning officer. And what election commission is saying, that there is a strange amount of delays happening. Now, this is EC's responsibility that the EVMs have to be there because there are backup machines which are already provided to district administration. But why is it happening that even in, say for example, Birbhum city, if you don't have EVMs reaching in time and people have to wait for 1.5 hours.
No, but when anyone says that EVMs didn't reach in time or there was a malfunction, look at the percentage. So it's 0.0 some percent. It's just a very minuscule number when you look at the overall big picture. So when you look at a complaint, compare it with just how big this exercise is. Indrajit Kundu joins us again. What's the EC doing? There's ruckus playing itself out at different polling booths. What's the Election Commission's response, Indrajit?
Well, we are yet to hear from the Election Commission at this point in time, but clearly Babul Supriyo entering the booth and, it will be, there are allegations from the Trinamool Congress that he's trying to intimidate the poll officers. And there were Trinamool Congress workers who also rushed into that location. Babul Supriyo moving in from one booth to the other. We're also being told the windshield of Babul Supriyo's vehicle has been broken. So clearly there is a lot of problems that are being created on the ground at this point in time because of the surcharge, environment on the ground. So poll officials rushing there, we really do not know at this point in time as to what allegation Babul Supriyo is raising. What we could hear from the Trinamool Congress guys who were speaking there is that their agent was not there at that location. So what exactly is the allegation the BJP is leaving? What is the problems that they're trying to highlight? We'll have to wait and see.
Indrajit, I want to go across now.